at how effective Giannis Antetokounmpo is scoring around the basket. He's number 1 in the league within 5 feet of the hoop, as you can see here. This jumbled mess behind him is 250 NBA players ranked by how effective they are shooting the ball from different distances. As you can see, Giannis is super effective relative to the rest of the league from 0 to 5 feet, and he's also really good in that mid-range zone from 15 to 20 feet. However, he's not elite from any other distance. On the contrary, let's look at Steph Curry. He's pretty efficient from everywhere on the court, but especially from long range. He ranks number 1 in effectiveness scoring from 25 to 30 feet and 11th from 20 to 25 feet. But Steph and Giannis are both elite players, so what about a more average player? Well, here's John Collins, and as you can see, he doesn't dominate any one region like the other two. But he's solidly above average around the basket and in that mid-range zone from 10 to 20 feet. His three-point shooting, though, is ineffective. What about another role player? Let's look at PJ Tucker with the 76ers. He's known as a 3-and-D specialist, and that's painfully obvious here, as his offense from pretty much every distance is atrocious, except for the corner 3. That's his specialty, and you can see it there in the 20 to 25 feet range as the only region where he's a little bit above average. Then let's look at a few more examples. Another elite player, Kevin Durant. He's been referred to as the best scoring forward of all time, and that certainly bears out here. He's number 1 in the league from 2 different distances, 10 to 15 feet and 15 to 20. He's also 3rd from 5 to 10 feet. That is just remarkable dominance in the mid-range. Then let's take a look at Harrison Barnes of the Sacramento Kings. It's a little bit unfair to look at him right after Kevin Durant, but nonetheless, he is aggressively average across the board. He's not terrible from any distance, but he's also not that special from anywhere on the court either. Then here's the 2-time MVP Nikola Jokic. He is completely unstoppable within 10 feet of the hoop. He's 6th in the league from 0 to 5 feet and 1st in the league from 5 to 10 feet. And that's actually really impressive because those two distances are very different skill sets despite being right next to each other on the court. The players who typically dominate around the rim are your traditional big men like Rudy Gobert, for instance. But players who are really effective in that 5 to 10 feet range are often smaller players or more crafty finishers who exploit floaters or the patented Tony Parker teardrop. Players like Josh Giddey or Colin Sexton or Victor Oladipo. So that just goes to show how unique Jokic's combination of size and finesse really is. Here's another archetype, Julius Randle. He's a generalist. He can pretty much score effectively from any distance on the court. He's remarkably consistent in that regard, but he's also not really elite per se from anywhere either. Then finally, let's look at one last player type, the 3-point specialist. Here's Desmond, Bane, and Devin Vassell. They both excel from long distance. Bane is number 2 in the league from 20 to 25 feet, while Vassell is number 5 in the league from 15 to 20 feet, although they both get worse relative to the rest of the league the closer they get to the basket, especially Vassell. Then here's 2 more players who are even more specialized, Max Strus and DAnthony Melton. Strus really prefers the shorter distance three-pointer like in the corners, while Melton excels from the longer range 25 to 30 feet. Okay, that'll do it for now, but if you have any other players you'd like to see compared on this graph, let me know in the comments and we'll run it back for a part 2.